Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Barnes on another virtual field trip. Today we're very fortunate to be at one of the fire stations in Visalia, of which I think there's 7. We'll hear more about that in a minute. But first I want to introduce Battalion Fire Chief Danny Riston. And I'm going to ask Danny to tell us about the stations here and maybe introduce his buddies here in the background.
Sure. Coach, thanks for coming out with us today. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Visalia Fire Department, Fire Station 55. This is one of our newer stations. It's been around for about 12 years. It's also our training station, so I think before the day is over, we're going to show you a little bit of our training and what we do as firefighters to prepare to help our community. So with me today, I have firefighter paramedic Jesse Singh, engineer Shane Yoder, fire captain paramedic Tony Colbert, and Battalion Chief Tom Van Grau. And we're going to be with you here for the next little while and sort of leading you through the different things that we have at the fire station. I think we're going to do a tour of the fire station, and you'll be able to see where the firefighters eat and sleep and do work. We're going to look at some of our equipment, our fire engines, and some of the equipment that they carry on the fire engines. And then, like I said earlier, we're going to also do a little training demonstration for you so you can see what it is all about being a firefighter. So again, Coach, thanks for coming out, and we definitely appreciate the opportunity to be part of your program.
Well, thanks for hosting us today. So let's go.
First responders, Visalia Fire Department, take 1.
Okay, welcome back. What we're going to demonstrate now, Brooklyn has kindly volunteered to demonstrate what it goes through for a firefighter to get dressed to actually go to a fire. There's actually some special clothes that we wear that help to protect us when we're in a fire. So Brooklyn's going to walk us through the process. Brooklyn, go ahead. So Brooklyn's going to first start out with her hood. Her hood protects her neck, her ears, and her head. And so that would be the first thing that we would put on. And then Brooklyn's going to step into the turnouts. The turnouts provide us protection from the heat. This material will burn, but it's designed not to burn very rapidly, and once it goes out, it stays out. And then there's also a liner in here that helps to protect us from the thermal heat, because obviously fires are very hot, and when we go inside a building that's on fire, we have to be able to have some protection. So this is what a firefighter would do. If this engine was getting dispatched to a call for a fire call right now, the firefighters would be doing this. So she's going to move to the jacket next. And the jacket is, again, made the same material as the pants and provides that level of protection for us, protects us from the heat. So Brooklyn's had one practice with this, so she's not moving quite as fast as a typical firefighter would move, but she's doing a great job. Thank you very much, Brooklyn. So there's lots of there's a zipper and Velcro that helps to keep anything from coming through. So the next step, we're going to have firefighter paramedic Jesse Singh help us out here. We're going to put this is called a self-contained breathing apparatus. And what this does is carries just regular air on our back, but it's compressed. And the air will last us for up to 30 minutes in a fire. So this would be what the firefighter, when they got off the fire engine, they would have this, we call it an SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus, on their back, and they would be ready to get ready to start making entry into the building that's on fire. Thank you, Jesse. Okay, good job, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn's going to go next to the helmet. And the helmet provides protection in case anything falls on us. It's also designed to work with the hood. There's another piece that we would pull down here to continue to protect our neck. There's also this collar that comes up that protects her neck. So the last thing that Brooklyn would need, we're not going to put it on her, but she would actually have a face mask on that this regulator would attach to like this, and she would actually be able to breathe fresh air while she's inside the fire, because as we all know, smoke can be very, very dangerous. And when we go into a building that's on fire, usually the smoke's down to about here, so we have to protect our airway. So this gives us the tools that we need to do that. Brooklyn, would you say that what you're wearing is hot?
Yeah, hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy. Hot and heavy, yep. And during the summer, same thing. When it's 105 degrees outside and we go to a building fire, this is exactly how we're dressed, and it is very hot and very heavy during the summer when it's 105 degrees. So Brooklyn, thank you very much. You were a great volunteer.
Captain, when a real firefighter is putting that on, how long should it take them?
It would take normally about a minute.
1 minute.
1 minute to get all that on, get ready, and be able to hop on the engine. This part here we would actually put on once we're sitting in the engine. Our seats are designed where these actually sit in the seats. So, but to get your turnouts on, get ready to go, takes you about a minute.
Hello guys, my name is Jesse. First of all, let's thank Chief Riston. Chief Riston did a phenomenal job, and I'll be your host from here on. And I'm going to be walking you guys through our fire station. This is where we live, and this is our second home. Alrighty, without any further ado, let's come on in. So this is the entrance to our station, and what you're looking at here is a lobby. And from the lobby, we come on in to the main station. And as you know, that this is our second home. So we stay here 2 days at a time for 48 hours. So we live, eat, and sleep here, and we respond to the calls to help people in case of an emergency. So what you're looking here to your left is the office. So when we respond to the calls, we have to come back and we have to do the reports. So there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. And this is where Captain sits, and he finished the reports. And moving on further, we have the firefighter office. And this is where myself and my engineer, and we have our computers. We do a lot of training on the computers. We're constantly taking classes to be more better and proficient at our job. So we spend a decent amount of our time here doing the reports, studying, and always getting better. So here we go. And we have visitors. You guys want to say hi? Say hi. There you go. Alrighty, that's Coach. That's Coach back there. Yeah. Here you go. So this is our living room, a kitchen. We got a kitchen back here. And as I said earlier, that we're at the fire station for 2 days straight. So we cook meals as a crew, and this is where we sit down, and we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not oftenly, but when we do get some downtime, we'll kick our feet up on the chairs and relax. But we got to keep in mind, when the buzzer goes off, the call comes in, we leave everything and we go respond to the calls. And this is the cleaning room. So we do a good job cleaning our stations. As a matter of fact, that's one of my responsibilities. So when we go home from our shift, we all do a really good detailed cleaning of our station, because we want to take care of our station. When we have visitors come in, we want to make sure that our station is presentable. Alrighty, so back here, as you guys see from to your left and to back here, we have 3 bedrooms, and we all have our own bedroom. This is where we sleep. We work on a very strict schedule. We're on duty, so there's a certain time that we go to bed, and in the morning, we have to make sure that we wake up in a decent time, usually early in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and we go right back to work. Alrighty, so follow me along. And this is our engine bay. And I have a question for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds to think of an answer, and I want you guys to say the answer, okay? So, can you guys tell me, is this a fire truck or a fire engine? Alrighty, so what do you think? If your answer was the fire engine, that is correct, because the fire truck has a big ladder up on the top. And this one, we have small ladders, but on the top, we don't have any ladders. So hence, this is the fire engine. Alrighty, and next step, I'm gonna be walking you guys through our fire engines. This is essentially a big toolbox. So I'm gonna be walking you guys through all the tools that we have on our fire engine. If you guys look up here, we have a fire hose. If we get a fire, my responsibility as a firefighter to get out of my seat, I come out, and I stretch the hose, and I call for water, and my partner sends me water, and we put the water on the fire to put the fire out. So we have all kind of hose. We got all different sizes of hose, and we got a small hose up there. It all really depending the type of fire we have. The big fire, we're gonna need a bigger hose. A small fire, we're gonna need a small hose. Alrighty, and let's start working through the compartments. So this is what we call our medical gear. And here at the Visalia Fire Department, we are EMTs and paramedics. All the firefighters are they're all all paramedics, and we have all the advanced life support equipment that we carry. And this is what we call the cardiac monitor. If somebody's having a chest pain or they're having difficulty breathing, we can put the stickers on their chest and see how the heart is doing. We have all the special medications. If somebody's heart is beating too fast, we have medications that we can give to slow down the heart rate. And if the heart is beating too slow, we also have medications that we can give to speed up the heart. So there's a lot we do as a firefighters, and being a paramedic is also a pretty big part of our job. Alrighty, so look at the next compartment here. We have so when we go to the calls, we got to make sure that we have our gear with us, and we have these small toys. And reason we have those is if we respond to a call and there's a small kid and they're distraught and they're stressed, so we give them a toy to cheer them up, right? Because 911 calls can be very stressful for the families. But if you guys look in here, we have all kind of different tools. We have small fire extinguishers. We have wood cribbing. That's something that we use to stabilize the vehicles. We have lights. You know, we respond to calls 24/7 at night when it's super dark. We have to make sure that we have proper lighting to get the job done. So we will use the lights to light up the scene and get the job done. We have brooms, we got shovels, we got McClouds. So we have all the tools in our big toolbox. We also carry ladders. In here, we carry 2 ladders. One ladder is 14 feet tall and the other one is 24 feet tall. So in case we have to go on top of a roof to cut a hole, we always use the ladders to make the access. And see back here, we have a big fan. So the reason we have the big fan, let's say we have a fire in the house, and there's a lot of smoke and the fire is out, and we want to make sure that we want to clear out the smoke. So we will use the fan, put the fan at the door, fire the fan up, and we clear out the house. All right, so I must say that this is by far my favorite compartment. I'm gonna come closer and take a look, see what we have. We have all the cool tools. I'm sure you guys heard of Jaws of Life, right? Something that they show you in the TVs. It actually is a true thing. So we have these super powerful tools. If we have a car that's in a traffic accident and the car is mangled up and all the steel is compressed together, we have these super powerful tools that we can use to open up the cars, open up the doors, to rescue people, to get people out of the cars. And we have the saws. And reason we have the saws is let's say we have a building that is on fire and the building is full of smoke and we want to get rid of the smoke. As we all know, when the fire burns, the heat rises and the smoke gets hot, it rises. So we cut the holes, we open up the roof, and the smoke rises and it will clear out the building. Alrighty, again, we have one more saw in here. This is called a chainsaw. And if you guys look up here, we have all these covers. This is a red, orange, and the reason we have those covers, they actually serve a very important part of our job. So let's say if we have a fire in the house, we understand how important it is to save what's not burned. So let's say we'll look at the pictures. That's very important to the families. We'll ask the families, what can we do to help you to save some of your personal properties? We try to save computers, bedrooms, safes. So what we do, we'll collect them, we'll put them in a big pile, and we'll cover them with this cover here to save it for the families. Okay, last but not least, so here, this is we call this engineer's compartment. So since I'm a firefighter, the driver of this engine is called the engineer. So his job is to get me water. So here he has all these cool couplings. He has all these cool nozzles in here that he uses to get the water to the firefighters. And this is the pump panel. It may look a little complicated if you look at it, but with a lot of practice, we really get good at our job. So these are all the levers that we got to pull and some we got to push in. So essentially, if you can imagine, back here there's a big pump. So here's the water comes in from the fire hydrant and the pump spins and it will push the water out the fire hose. Alrighty, so that's it for the station tour. Stand by for some more information.